let's talk about something pretty controversial. What if the normal life, the one we're all told to chase, is actually a trap? What if it's a financial prison? In this explainer, we're going to dig into that exact idea and what it really means to be free. You know the drill, right? We're handed this formula for security pretty much from day one. It's simple. First, you get a degree. Then you buy a house, maybe stretch the budget a little. And of course, you finance a nice car. This is the blueprint for a successful life. Or so we're told. Sound familiar? Yeah, they sell this whole package as the ultimate personal security blanket. But let's pause for a second and ask a really important question. Who is this formula actually securing? Is it you or is it someone else? The answer, well, it's probably not what you think. Okay, so this leads us right into the heart of the matter. We're talking about the debt-fueled trap. And it's important to see that this normal path isn't an accident. It's a design. So you play the game. You do everything you're told. You get that degree, you sign on the dotted line for a mortgage, you get the keys to that brand new car. You're officially living the normal life. Check, check, and check. But let's get real for a second. Think about something like a car payment. A pretty average one these days is like $700 a month? Now, pile that on top of student debt and a huge mortgage payment. All of a sudden, you're not just living, you're locked in. For years, maybe for decades. And then comes payday. The moment you've been grinding for all month. Your paycheck finally hits the bank, and man, that feels good, doesn't it? For like a split second. Because then, poof, it's gone. Before you can even dream about saving or investing it, that hard-earned money's already spoken for. It just gets rerouted straight to the mortgage company, the car loan, the student loans. Your income isn't really yours. It's just servicing your debt. And here's the kicker. All your hard work, those long hours you put in, your paycheck, it's really just fuel for the bank's profit engine. That's who it really secures. See, the system isn't designed to make you wealthy. It's designed to turn you into a perfect, reliable customer who pays interest month after month. Okay, so if that's the trap, then what's the escape? If that system isn't real security, what is? We've got to redefine what real security looks like. And this next part, it's a bit of an uncomfortable truth. Here it is. This is probably the biggest and toughest pill to swallow, but it's crucial. A job is not security. I'll say it again. A job is not security. It can vanish in a heartbeat. Layoffs, a bad quarter, a new piece of technology. Relying on just one paycheck is like building your house on sand. So, okay, if a job isn't the answer, then what is, right? It's a fair question. Where does real, actual, lasting security come from? The answer is this. True security is owning assets. It's about owning things that generate income for you, passive income, no matter what the economy is doing. It's about money that flows into your pocket whether you show up to work or not. It's about breaking the link between your time and your money. Let's look at this side by side, because the difference is night and day. On one side, you've got so-called job security. You're totally reliant on one employer, you're vulnerable to every economic shift, and you have to trade your time for money. On the other side, you've got true security. Here, your income comes from multiple sources, you're way more resilient when things get rocky, and money flows to you passively. It's a totally different world. So how do you get from that first column to the second? Well, it's not just about doing different things. It's about seeing things differently. It requires a whole new financial lens. You literally have to change the way you look at the world. And this table really lays out the two different mindsets perfectly. The conventional path, it's all about your income. You focus on getting a bigger paycheck so you can buy more liabilities. Things like a fancy car that immediately loses value. But the asset path, that's about focusing on your net worth. You use your income to buy assets, things like stocks that can actually grow. It's a massive shift from how much do I make to how much do I own? And security stops being a paycheck and starts being passive income. So let's be super clear. What are we even talking about when we say assets? Well, simply put,
They're things that generate passive income for you. They're things that can grow in value all on their own. They literally work for you 24/7, building a foundation of security that doesn't care who your boss is or what the stock market did today.
So, this all boils down to one final, really critical question you have to ask yourself. Every time you make a financial decision, every single day, are you building a lifestyle or are you building assets? Are you spending your money to look rich or are you using it to quietly, patiently build a foundation of real freedom? Ultimately, that choice is yours.